Okay, so yesterday we were discussing about the noise model of a noisy resistor. So where we got this expression, so that the noise voltage RMS value, which is actually proportional to square root of the resistor, noisy resistor. So whenever the resistance of this noisy resistor, which increases, so definitely there will be a noise voltage which is increased, and also it depends on the temperature. Okay, so whenever the temperature it is go on increasing, the noise of the system or noise of the amplifier, it will go on increasing. Okay, so now today we will discuss about the equivalent noise temperature. Okay, equivalent noise temperature. So what is meant by equivalent noise temperature? So many of the whatever the noise which is generated, okay, whatever the noise, any type of noise which is generated, so we will plot that power spectrum of that noise. Okay, that is function of frequency. We will going to plot how much power that noise power which is with respect to frequency it is giving. So when we plot that one, so in general that noise power, if it is not significant change with respect to frequency, okay, so then the whatever the model which we have discussed, noisy model of a resistor, so that can be modeled by using this equivalent noise temperature. So that equivalent thermal noise, whatever at particular temperature, whatever the noise is generating by the source, that equivalent thermal noise source can be characterized using this equivalent noise temperature. Okay, so now we can define this equivalent noise temperature. Okay, so in order to define this, we will consider an arbitrary the resistor. Okay, let us take it as this noiseless. Okay, noiseless resistor at the source side. Okay, and we will be having, so the source which is the Vs. Okay, so now whenever we take the power which is coming from the source, which is equal to Ps, okay, we can define the equivalent noise temperature of this resistor as, so instead of noiseless resistor, we can define the same resistor which is at equivalent noise temperature, that is, so Te. So this also, whatever the noiseless resistor with the source, okay, whatever the available power from the source, it can be equivalently modeled as the resistor with its equivalent noise temperature. Okay, and that can be defined which is equal to the power which is coming from the source, so divided by K times B, so where B is the bandwidth. So this is what equivalent, so noise temperature. So this is the whatever the source which is generating the noise, so we assume this as a white noise source. Okay, so this is the available power, that is white noise available power from the source. So then which is the noiseless resistor which is there, so we can equivalently write with its equivalent noise temperature, which is given by Ps by K into B. So where B, as I said, it is a bandwidth. So now if we have a source resistor, which we whatever we have the source resistor, if it is at 0 degree Kelvin, okay, so that means that amplifier or any device which has no noise. Okay, so if I take this Te, whatever equivalent noise temperature, if I take the same temperature, if it is at the 0 degree Kelvin, okay, so that represents that amplifier that has no noise. Or we can model the noisy amplifier. So this is a general case where we are modeling as a noisy resistor. If I take the amplifier case, okay, so where we have the resistor which is at T equal to 0 degree Kelvin. Okay, so now we have the load here. Okay, so now we have the output power and whatever the available at the input power available at the amplifier. So this let us take which as noisy amplifier. Okay, so now if I take the resistor which is at T equal to 0 degree Kelvin, okay, so that means there is no noise from this source, that is the resistance, it doesn't have any noise. Now if I model that So if I take the resistor with the noise, so how we can model that with respect to this amplifier? So the noisy amplifier also can be modeled as a noiseless amplifier, but by replacing the resistor with its equivalent noise temperature. Okay, so that means, so we can write this equivalent noise temperature. So the noise which is generated inside the amplifier with the, so let us take this, the gain of this amplifier is GA. So we can model it as, so for the amplifier, for the noisy amplifier, we can define the equivalent temperature like this. Okay, so that is, so the equivalent temperature of the, so noisy amplifier can be modeled like this. Okay, so now we can also write that, so noise whatever it is generating, so with respect to this equivalent temperature, now we are considering this as at t equal to 0 degree. Now if I consider the same resistor which is having initial temperature of Ts, okay, so that means, so you can write this again, the resistor which is at temperature Ts, okay, so then we'll be having an amplifier with a gain and load resistor, okay, so this can be modeled, so which is having gain and bandwidth B, so the output, the noise power which is available, it is Ka into, so G into K beta into T. So that is equivalent noise temperature of the amplifier. So now initially we took earlier case where the temperature is at 0 degree of this resistor. Now if I take it is at initial temperature of this resistor at Ts, then we can define the equivalent noise temperature, that new equivalent noise temperature as, so that is Ts plus Te. Okay, so this Te is equivalent noise temperature of the, so amplifier. So where we can define new equivalent noise temperature by adding this temperature of the resistor, so the initial temperature of the resistor and then the temperature of the amplifier. Okay, so that's how we can define the equivalent noise temperature of the any arbitrary temperature, at any arbitrary temperature. Okay, so now if I assume at the input, whatever the input, the power available at the input, so let us take, so the noise power which is available at the input of the amplifier, which is KTSB. Okay, then the total output noise power, so due to the amplifier, because this whenever we give, it will amplify and it will give. Okay, so then that amplified, so output available noise power, which is nothing but GA into PNI. Okay, so which is, so which is added by the internal, so noise also. So this is the amplified version of the, so the input noise at the output, and also it is having the internal noise which is called as Pn. Okay, so then we can write the total noise power. Okay, so this is at the output, the total noise power, we can write it as GA into PNI. So this is the, so amplified version of the noise plus the noise generated inside the amplifier. Okay, so that is what we can write. So now we can write this one, so GA into K times B into Ts plus Te, or we can write GA K B into Te dash. Okay, so this is the total available noise power at the output of the, so this amplifier, that is noisy amplifier. Okay, so now we can even model this one as, so we can write the equivalent resistance which is having a Te plus Ts. Okay, so instead of writing Pn and Pni and Pn naught separately, we can write the equivalent resistance which is having Ts plus Te, which represents the equivalent noise temperature, and then we can write the output. Okay, so this is what about the, so the equivalent noise temperature of a noisy amplifier. We can model it as a, so that is, so the total available power at the output of the amplifier. Okay, so now this is what about the equivalent noise temperature and how we can model the noisy amplifier. So now this equivalent noise temperature, so can be used to measure the unknown amplifier noise. Okay, so that the application of this equivalent noise temperature, which is it is measured, it is used to measure. So whenever there is unknown noise of an amplifier, we can able to get that by using this equivalent noise temperature. So that application we can call it as the measurement application. Okay, so the measurement application, and also it is called as Y factor method. So also it is called as the Y factor method. So now we can have the unknown amplifier, okay, which is having the gain as well as the bandwidth, and we will be connecting two sources. Okay, so that is one R, the resistor, which is having a T1, and another source which is having a T2 temperature. Okay, and we can give alternatively. So first time we will going to measure at one position, and another time we will going to measure another position, and we will get the noise power at the output of the amplifier. Okay, and which is having, so the gain of GA and bandwidth B, and its equivalent temperature we can define it as TE. Okay, so now we can use this model to find out the noise of the unknown amplifier. Okay, so now we can see one temperature, so we can take it as hotter or colder, whatever it is, even we can take at a room temperature, and second temperature we can take so the hotter than room temperature, or we can take the colder temperature. So we can take this as hotter one and this as cold one, that is, so it is greater than room temperature and it is less than room temperature. So if I consider like that, then whatever, so the noise generated by this one we can write it as PN01. So that is the output noise generated by this source, and we can represent this as PNO2, that is the noise output generated by the second source. So now we can write that, so the output noise power from the source 1, which will be equal to GA into K into B times T1 plus TE, because the first source is at the temperature T1, and similarly we can write the second source, which is KA, so GA K into B, so T2 plus TE. Okay, so now we can define the Y factor, which is the ratio of this output powers, that is at the first source to the second source. So this Y factor determines the noise of the amplifier, the output noise of the amplifier, only with respect to the temperature, which is known thing. Okay, so that is what, because we don't know what is the noise generating here, so we don't know the parameters of this also. If I know only the temperature of these two sources, we can able to get the, so what is its equivalent noise temperature. Okay, so this Y factor, which is the ratio of this one, so we can write that Y equal to, so if I substitute this PN1, so that is PN01, that is output noise power, so which is GAK B into T1 plus TE, so this divided by GAK B into T1 T2 plus TE. So we can write this one as T1 plus TE by T2 plus TE. Okay, so now if we know the Y factor, so then if we know the two temperatures, we can define the equivalent noise temperature, which is equal to, so take this one this side, and we can write that one T1 minus Y, T2 divided by Y minus 1. Okay, so this is what the equivalent noise temperature of the amplifier, so in terms of the factor Y. So we can know that ratio of these noise powers, so that Y factor which will give, and we know the T1 and T2, we can calculate the equivalent noise temperature. So from this measurement we can come to know that equivalent noise temperature of a unknown amplifier. So the amplifier whatever it is, so it will give the, so this expression will give the equivalent noise temperature. And you can note here it is, so this whatever the T1 and T2, so that should be far apart. So if it is near, so then what is the problem? Then it will almost approach us to 1. So then this equivalent noise temperature, it will go to infinite value. So that's why in order to accurately get this equivalent noise temperature, this T1 and T2 should be far apart. Okay, so that is what it is needed in this method. And also this active devices, so for a particular frequency, so that particular frequency range can be characterized so by using one more parameter, so that will call it as excess noise ratio. Okay, so this excess noise ratio can be defined in terms of the noise powers, so that will be given by 10 log of Pn minus P0 divided by P0, or we can write in terms of the temperatures, that is Tn minus T0 divided by T0. Okay, so where Pn and Tn are the noise power of the active noise generator, either it may be device component or any amplifier or whatever it is, and P0 which is at the noise power level at the room temperature. Okay, so that is what the excess noise ratio, so we can able to get so this ratio defines also the how much the noise power which are generating by the active noise generator. So this ratio should be, so comparatively it should be less for the amplifier or any device which whatever you take. Okay, so this is one more parameter we can able to get. So now other than this equivalent noise temperature, so even we have one more parameter to obtain the characteristics of the noisy amplifier. Okay, so that is actually called as noise figure. So this so whenever we design the active circuits, so this is also important, and we will going to particular noise figure only we will going to characterize. Even in the Smith chart we can plot this noise figure circles, and we can so get the what proper noise figure we need to get for particular active circuit design. So that's why this noise figure also one of the again method to find out how much the noise suppress can be done for the active network. Okay, so now we will define what is this noise figure. So any noisy amplifier, even we characterize using the equivalent noise temperature. Now we can define this noise figure also, we can characterize the noisy amplifier. So generally this noise figure, it is a ratio of total available noise power at the output to the output available noise power. Okay, so this is the available noise power at the output, it is due to the thermal noise coming only due to the input resistor. Okay, so now so if you take the standard room temperature, so then we can define the noise figure as, so if I take the amplifier and we have the resistor here, okay, and we have the output, so noise power. So now we can define the noise figure as, it is the noise figure we can write the noise power which is total noise power, okay, divided by the output available noise power. So that is the available noise power at the input side, so and this is the total available noise power at the output of the amplifier. So then the ratio of these two we can write it as a noise figure. Okay, so now so if you take the noise temperature which is at T equal to T0, okay, so then we can, so even we have the noise power which is generated inside the amplifier. Okay, so then we can write this total noise power which is equal to the output power which is available at this input plus the noise generated inside the amplifier, so divided by the output power which is at the input side. Okay, so we can take like this, and if you write the equations for this one in terms of the bandwidth and gain, so then we can write the noise generated inside the amplifier which is nothing but K into TE into B into GA. So we are taking the equivalent noise temperature of the amplifier, so which is generated inside the amplifier, and the available power at the output power available at the input side, which is because of the due to noise of the resistor, which we can write it as GA into PNI, so which is nothing but GA into K T0 B. Okay, So that is the resistor which is at the room temperature or any arbitrary temperature T0. Okay, so we can write the available output power at the input side of the amplifier like this. Then we can write the total power, which is, so that is the total available Pn naught at the output. We can write it as, so the combination of this one, so this plus this, Ga K B into Te plus T naught. Okay, so or we can write, so this ratio, so we can define the noise figure. So now we can substitute these parameters and we are going to get F equal to, so that is 1 plus Te by T naught. Okay, so we can substitute here, which is Ga K T naught B plus this G Te B Ga. So we can take it out, Ga K B, so outside. So then we will get this noise figure, so expression, which is F equal to 1 plus Te by T naught. Okay, and also we can write this one, the noise figure, in terms of dB, so which is equal to F 10 log of 1 plus Te by T naught. Okay, so now we can see here, so in this expression, so now the minimum value of the noise figure is 1, because whenever this T naught it is very much higher, the ratio will go to 0, or if we take infinity, anything by infinity is 0. Or we can take, so the Te, which is, so the ideal case, which if we take T is 0, then we will be having, so the 1, and it is bounded by between 0 to infinity. And if you take at room temperature T naught equal to 0 degree, so then it will go to the noise figure go to infinite value. Okay, so now, so this is what the noise figure. So now we can even define with respect to, so whatever equivalent temperature we have defined, so we can define that also in terms of the equivalent noise temperature, in terms of the, so the noise figure also we can take F minus 1, so into T naught, so that will give the equivalent noise temperature in terms of the noise figure. Okay, so now we will see the attenuation factor. So this is about the noise figure, and we will see what is the attenuation factor. So, and also we can see even alternate definition of this noise figure also can be done. Okay, so what is the alternate definition? So that we'll see by taking this expression. So that is, this noise figure also can be expressed in terms of the SNRs. So now if you don't know all these things, so generally we will go for, in communication system, what is the SNR at the input and what is the SNR at the output, right? So even we can define that in terms of the SNR, that is noise figure we can so write in terms of the SNR. So now we can so write that, so we know the output noise power which is available, which is equal to Ga into Pni plus Pn. Okay, so this is the total output power available, and the output power available at the input, which is equal to Ga into Pni, so that is at the input. So now we can so define noise figure, which is the output power, so divided by the input power, that is, so the input power, which is the output of the power which is at the input side of the amplifier. So that is at this, so we have defined that P naught O, P naught I. Okay, so now we can write that expression, so which is Pn naught divided by, so now we know this, so which is Ga into Pni. Okay, so now available power gain, so this Ga, so that is whatever the available power gain from the amplifier, we can write it in terms of the signal powers, that is the signal power at the output divided by the signal power, so at the input side. So that is what we can write, so with respect to the gain. So now if I substitute that, we can write Pn naught, so that Ga will substitute it as Pso divided by Psi into Pni. Okay, so now we can slightly modify this expression to get the, so in terms of the SNR. Okay, so what we can do, So we can take this PSI, so which is into the numerator, and this one into the numerator we can write, so PSI by PNI. Okay, so similarly we can write PSO and take it this downside, we will going to get PSO by PNI. So this we can write it as, so since the signal to noise power, so that is what we will define it as SNR. So this is at the input side and SNR at the output side. So now we can define the noise figure in terms of the SNR also, that is SNR at the input side and SNR at the output side of the amplifier. So this is what the noise figure in terms of the signal to noise ratio. Okay, so this is about the noise figure. And now we can see, if you take any network, so whatever we have took the amplifier, if I take itself, it is a lossy network. Okay, so if I consider this amplifier as a two-port network, and if I consider that as a lossy network, so now what is the noise figure of that lossy two-port network? So that we can write in terms of the attenuation factor. So that we are going to see what is the noise figure of a lossy network. So now assume we have the network, two-port network, which is having the gain, bandwidth, okay, and the temperature T, and we have the load, so which is RL, and we have the input resistor, okay, so which is at the temperature T0. So now we can define the lossy network, so in terms of its gain. So we have seen the gain, which is output power divided by input power, which is available. So now if you take the network as lossy, so then the gain of the network is also, which is having a, so the much gain is not available because of the loss. So now this loss of the gain of the lossy network, so we can define it as P0 by Pi. So generally it will be less than unity because of the loss which is happening. Okay, so now that expressed in terms of the factor which is called as attenuation factor. That is what I am telling about, the L which is called as the attenuation factor. So this GA which is less than 1, so alternatively we can write L which is greater than 1. That attenuation factor is always greater than 1 for this lossy network. Okay, so now if you take the ratio of this L, the attenuation factor, which is again the inverse of this one, Pi by P0, which is greater than 1. So now if I express the attenuation factor in dB, that is L in dB, which is given by 10 log of L. So R we can write 10 log of Pi by P0. So that is what the attenuation factor in terms of the input and output powers. So now if the lossy network, so if it is at temperature T, so whatever we had defined, so now the total available noise power, we can write it as KTB. Okay, so now the output noise power which is available, we can also it is the addition of the noise generated inside the amplifier, so that we can write it as Pn0, which is equal to KTB. So that is, with respect to gain if I take, so into GA, so that also it is there, plus the input, that is noise which is inside the amplifier, which is Pn. Okay, so we can write it as KTB. So now this GA we can write it as in terms of the attenuation factor L, okay, plus the Pn. So now Pn is the noise generated, as I said, inside the amplifier. So now we can write, this Pn0 which we know, so if we substitute that one, so that is KTB, which is equal to, so that is KTB by L plus Pn. Okay, now we can write the noise generated inside the amplifier, so Pn in terms of these parameters, which is equal to KTB, into 1 minus 1 by L, or we can write KTB into L minus 1 by L. So this is a noise which is generated inside the amplifier. So that is the lossy network. So what is the noise figure of a the lossy network? So the first we obtain the so the noise power which is generated inside the amplifier in terms of the loss factor. Okay, so now we can define the noise figure, so which is in terms of the equivalent temperature, so that we know, and we can write that one equivalent, so that noise temperature in terms of noise figure, so that we know that, so F minus, so 1 into T naught. Okay, so now we can also write in terms of the noise available at the input side, so that equivalent noise temperature also can be defined as, so the power available at the input divided by kb. So this gives TE, which is equal to, so the noise which is available at the input side, so that we can write it as, so L minus 1, so that into T. Okay, so that we can define in terms of the equivalent noise temperature. So now the noise figure, so we can define in terms of the attenuation factor. So you can just put it the equivalent noise temperature with L minus 1 T, so that we can so get from the noise figure equation. Okay, so now that we know that F equal to 1 plus TE by T naught, so now we can represent this TE in terms of the lossy, that attenuation factor, which we can write it as L minus 1 into T divided by T naught. Okay, so that is what the noise figure, so in terms of the attenuation factor, which is equal to, so that is 1 plus TE by T naught. So this TE we can represent it as L minus 1 into, so T by T naught. Okay, so now if the temperature which is equal to the room temperature, so then at T equal to T naught, we can write the noise figure which is equal to the attenuation factor. Okay, so the noise figure of a lossy network at room temperature, so where T equal to T naught, which is equal to the loss of that attenuation factor of the network. Okay, so that is about the noise figure in terms of the attenuation factor of a lossy network. Okay, so now if we take a simple example, so where we can have the bandwidth and the different bandwidths, or we can take a different output power and all, we can calculate the noise figure of a particular two-port network. So now if we take just a problem, one simple problem, so a wideband amplifier, so that is 2 to 4 gigahertz, the bandwidth is 2 to 4 gigahertz, which has a gain of 20 dB and an output power of 20 dBm and a noise figure of 3 dB at room temperature. Okay, so find the output noise power. Find the output noise power. So this is what, so we need to find out in dBm. So output noise power in terms of dBm we have to find out. So now we know F is 3 dB, so that is noise figure is in 3 dB. Okay, then the output, so the Pn naught, the output power of 20 dBm and the gain of the amplifier or network, we can write it as 20 dB. Okay, so now we need to find out the output power. So now we can write the expression Pn naught, so that we know in terms of the noise figure also we can write, so that is noise figure which is equal to Pn naught divided by Ga into Pni, so whatever the available at the input side of the amplifier with the gain. So this we can write it as Pn naught divided by, so Ga into KTB. Okay, so this we can write it as, so and we can so the output noise power we can write it as, if you multiply this one, F times GA KT B. Okay. So now if I take in terms of the log, that is both side, if I take 10 log of this thing E0, so we can take 10 log of this whole term FGA KTB. Okay, so now we can separate the terms in terms of dB. If we can apply, this is the output power in terms of dBm, so we need to take in terms of dBm. So now we can write this 10 log of F in dB plus 10 log of GA in dB plus 10 log of KT. So that temperature at room temperature it is given, we can write it as T as T0 plus the bandwidth. Okay, so that is 10 log of B. Okay, this is what we have to find out. Now we can substitute in terms of the dB values whatever it is given. So it is 3 plus the gain of the amplifier which is 20 dB. So then plus this we have to find out K into T0. So substitute the value of 290 Kelvin and the Boltzmann constant 1.3 into 10 power minus 23. So that you need to in terms of dB, if you multiply 1000, it will going to give minus 174 dBm. Okay, so then plus the bandwidth we will going to get 93 dB. So the output power in terms of dBm, so which we can write it as minus 67 dBm. So that is what you will going to get. Okay, so this is what the output power in terms of dBm. Okay, so is there any doubt in this? Okay, so we'll stop here and we'll continue in the next class. Anybody, any clarification? Okay, so we'll continue in the next class.